Hey guys, JJ here. This time I'm going to give you guys a free pick for tomorrow between Braves and Rockies. But before I do, let's chat a little bit about the Atlantic City trip. First of all, kudos to Auburn. What a comeback from them late. Typically, Virginia goes up 10 points in a game like that. Shut the door, close the TV, hide the kids. The game's over. So kudos to Auburn. What a great game from them. And to be honest, they should have won. What a controversial ending there with the no double dribble call on Jerome. And there was a foul call late, so I like that call, but definitely a botched call for Jerome. Also, Texas Tech absolutely paralyzed Michigan State. They looked really good. It should line up for a really good national championship. The old slogan, defense wins championships, definitely the case this year. Two of the best defenses going at it tomorrow night in that national championship. So that's going to be a good one for sure. We did grab a win with the Diamondbacks for one of the picks we did give out. That was nice to have. Again, right now the Red Sox, absolutely dreadful with the arms. They're typically just putting out a pitching machine out there and crossing their fingers because it's been a mess. So it doesn't surprise me that they're continuing to lose games. Don't get me wrong, the Red Sox will figure it out, but right now they're lost. As for the trip overall, I'm still recovering from the full elbow that the sportsbook shoved up my ass. Complete bloodbath last night. No, look at it, and then, well, ultimately that's why I always take a full bottle of Vaseline with me. Can definitely clean up any blood pretty quickly, and avoid you being stuck in any pain. What I will tell you is that, look, in all seriousness, we actually did really well at the craps table. And obviously the Diamondbacks' first half in game helped. We only made 3 bets. It wasn't like we were preaching, acting like a degenerate because that we were there together. And I don't get to pal out with my dad often in Atlantic City. So it was fun. And it was just him, his wife wasn't there. My significant other wasn't there. So it was definitely a chance for me and him to really pal out. We did have our little sister with us though. It was a little pain in the ass, but all in all, it was all in good fun. We had a really good time. We did pretty well at the craps table. I told you guys I came down with 4,000. I left with about 6. I don't know if you guys could see. So did okay. Nothing too crazy. My dad did really well at the craps table. He easily won 25 or 30,000. But he did give some of it back with the sportsbook. We all did. But ultimately ended up being on top. It was overall a very fun trip, and you cannot put a price on a good time. But again, acting like that, borderline degenerate, we all have it in us to act like that from time to time. For me, it's back to the basics, back to preaching, the good numbers, getting good numbers, making calculated bets. Again, that's a one-off. Don't be looking at that video and being like, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to live my life. No one wins like that. Long term anyway, but again, we all have that degenerate in us. Same people that diet 24/7. Occasionally, you do splurge yourself a bit and eat a few unhealthy meals. It's the same case here. Me and him had a good time, and it was good. Wouldn't have it any other way. It was nice that we ended up on top. But okay. Also, I wanted to touch on the actual video itself real quick. Some of you may have found the video funny, entertaining, but I don't really know how any of you guys actually liked the video, like in itself. I get it. Like I said, some of it was funny, but the quality of the video was complete dog shit. If there was a like, dislike, and like a fuck you option in YouTube, I would have hit fuck you, created 3 more fake accounts, and hit fuck you 3 more times. The quality of the video was absolute dog shit, and it looked like it was actually filmed in the 70s. And watching it back afterwards, I didn't get to watch it until this morning or early this morning, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? And what I realized happened was, like we told you, that was the first time doing a live video. We were a little learning the ropes. YouTube tried to load that video in HD quality, but the service, the hotel Wi-Fi there, was complete shit. And when it went to load up, it was telling me it was going to take 2 days. So I restarted the app. When I restarted it, it lost the option to upload it in HD. So that option was gone. But ultimately, it was. Hope you enjoyed the video. Basically, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. We're not going to be able to do those often together like that because we're just not with each other often. We'll try to do some podcasts together separately or physically separately, but we're on the same video because, you guys will enjoy it. That's how me and my dad are all the time when we're with one another. We just motherfuck each other to no end. We probably each wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest. Okay, so for the play for tomorrow, value play is going to be Braves underdog plus 125. Versus the Colorado Rockies. Game's going to be on Sunday, April 8th. I believe it's like an 8:40 Eastern start. Again, the game is going to be played in Colorado. These are two teams just going in 2 different directions right now. The Braves are coming into Sunday winners of 4 or 5, but just won in walk-off fashion versus the Marlins, so actually winners of 5 of 6. The Rockies on the other side are losers of 6 of 7, with the lone win coming at a 1-0 defeat in extra innings versus the Rays. They are also a decent-sized home underdog tonight against the Dodgers. So here we're going with the Braves versus the Rockies. Colorado brings the lefty Kyle Freeland to the hill for tomorrow's game, who the Braves are no stranger to. They have a few bats that have some success against him. Swanson's 6 for 9. Markakis is 5 for 11. Albies is 5 for 12. Acuna's gotten on base 2 or 3 times seeing him. They've also added Josh Donaldson in the offseason, who slugs lefties, much higher than league average. The Braves should be able to touch up the Rockies' ace here. Now, I know Freeland had stellar numbers at home last year, but I look at this as more of an anomaly. No one makes a long-term living pitching at Coors. Wade Davis went from being the best closer in the game to a below-average closer when he went to the Rockies, and many others have had similar fates playing half their games at Coors. As for the Braves, they're throwing out Tehrean, and he's certainly not what he used to be, but for the Rockies that have had at least 4 at-bats against him, no one on the Rockies roster has hit Tehrean at over a batting average of 261, and most of which have been much lower than that. Now, I've mentioned a decent amount of BVP on this video, and I'm not truly a BVP guy, but sometimes those numbers can be a cherry on top when you are handicapping. Now, I know Colorado is a better hitting team at home, but so are the other teams that play there. I mean, it's the thin air. So like everybody says, oh, well, the Rockies only hit at home. Well, also the teams they play hit when they play at Coors as well. So not something to just isolate and look at in that respect in favor of the Rockies. The Rockies are really struggling with their power early on. They're only slugging at 318, which is the 4th worst in baseball. So basically what we have here is we're getting a more confident team in the Braves who've been hitting better, going up against Kyle Freeland, who they've had good success against. We're also getting that plus 125 number, which is a purely value play here. This line could get bigger, but honestly, it's tough to say. Gun to my head, I think it's going to depend on how this Dodgers-Rockies game goes tonight. If the Dodgers roll them here, I do believe 125 is probably going to be the best number you're going to get. If the Rockies squeak out a win, though, I do believe there will be more money put on the Rockies for tomorrow, which will move this number to less favorable or more favorable. Sorry. But regardless of what they do tonight, you're still going to have the Braves coming into town as a very hot team. Again, winners of 5 of 6 and coming off a nice walk-off win as well. As mentioned, I will wait for the Dodgers game to bet this one, the Dodgers-Rockies game tonight, and I won't have time to do a video tonight, so I wanted to get you guys the play that I will be on. So again, that's going to be the Atlanta Braves plus 125 versus the Colorado Rockies. That's Sunday, April 8th. I think the game's at 8:40 Eastern Time. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Please subscribe if you are not already. Also, there's a smaller slate than usual. I know Mondays are usually smaller slates in MLB, so feel free to comment below on any of the other games you may want to bet tomorrow. The National Championship is tomorrow, so feel free to drop any comments and give you some of my leans in there. But other than that, I want to thank you guys again for staying loyal to the channel, liking the videos, and ultimately, I will be back soon with some more free stuff. Thanks, guys.